Good morning and greetings from another sunny Northumberland morning. It's the 4th of September. And today we encounter another of that sort of kaleidoscope of figures that help to form Christianity in our country. Today the bishop is called Berenius. You may or may not have heard of him. He was almost an exact contemporary of St. Aidan, who worked here in Northumberland. But Berenius worked at the other end of the country in what we call Wessex, the land of the West Saxons. He was probably of Germanic origin, and he was consecrated in Milan and in Genoa in northern Italy. And he was sent by Pope Honorius to be an evangelist to the sort of remoter regions of the southwest of England. As you know, there'd been this mission we talked about in Kent. That was what was going on here in Northumberland. And Berenius was sent to the West Country, to Wessex. And it was there he encountered very early on the West Saxons, who were pagans, and he decided to stay with them and to work with them and to convert them to Christ. He was successful with the king Cyngales of the West Saxons, and the king himself asked him to teach Christianity, and he baptized Cyngales and two of his children. And one of the king's daughters married King Oswald up here in Northumberland, and the two kings jointly gave Berenius the town of Dorchester, and that became his episcopal seat. He also founded a church in Winchester that eventually became the capital, the centre of a new diocese. I'm going to read a little bit about him from the book Saints on Earth. Let me just find it. Berenius was a missionary bishop. Under the Bishop of Genoa, he paid little attention to the Archbishop of Canterbury or to the ecclesial structures of the country of England. But Bede described him as a good and just man, who in carrying out his duties was guided rather by an inborn love of virtue than by what he read in books. So Berenius is someone who's seen to be someone who evangelizes and works from his heart and from his relationship with Jesus Christ. And so we remember him. We give thanks for him, and we give thanks for all this patchwork of figures, each in their own place, making a difference, bringing people to Christ. And that reminds us of something that's important to us. We can only do what we're called to do where we are. We can only do what God sets before us. And if each of us is faithful in our own place, in our own situation, then we contribute to a greater whole and build up the kingdom of God. May God bless us today as we seek to do that.